Okay. So what I did, I've been learning a lot, Prof, in the same process and doing as I learn. So
Yes.
I listened to 2 videos on TechEd, how it works and everything. And then I uploaded my documents. And then I was struggling to code because I knew what they were saying, but my codes were not like really what I wanted. And
Okay.
then I was like, man, there should be logic behind coding,
Yes.
you know?
Right.
Then I know about Saldana, but I was like, I'm doing I said, I'll do thematic analysis and
Yes.
inductively. And I remember Prof said, you can do inductively and deductively. So
Yes.
I learned Brown, and they called Brown. It's spelled Brau, but it's Brown and
Yes.
Clark.
Right.
How you do it's called reflexive coding.
Right.
I
Right.
learned that, and then I
Nice.
sat on ChatGPT,
Mm-hmm.
also like trying to get more info. And then I also learned who's the other guys? I forgot. Uh, but I learned a lot of people, Prof, on coding. And
Good.
then I settled on a guy called, it's Dr. Philip Adu.
Right.
So let me share this document, Prof. Let me open this. Okay. So he says
I'm still seeing the same screen.
oh, okay.
You need to unshare and reshare, I think.
Okay. Stop sharing. Okay, where is, okay. So I started doing an analytical memo to keep step by step what I'm doing.
Nice.
Okay, so I haven't reworked the problem statement. This is the one coming from my
Yes.
proposal. And then what's the purpose? Because he says everything is linked. You know, you
Yes.
need to follow that golden thread.
Yes.
So this is what I got from when I was analyzing the data. So I
Right.
changed because I had 2 group interviews, as you
Yes.
see there. And then I said, okay, how many years of teaching experience do they have in maths? And then how many years of experience with the software?
Right.
All right. And then he says there are 3 types of coding, all right, appropriate for qualitative data. So you do this is his decision tree. So if you are describing the data or the phenomenon is your intent, then you're gonna do description focused coding. But if not, then you're gonna do interpretation focused coding. But then if you have pre-consumed theories, then you do presumptuous coding. And
Right.
then I went, we don't have his book. So I went and bought I ordered his online book to like
Right.
learn more and then see where do I fit. So according to what he explained in the book, which then I decided to do interpretation focused coding, was
Right.
that if your focus is to explore, explain, and understand
Yes.
behavior, settings, experiences, then you need to do interpretation focused coding.
Right.
And if your questions are what or how, then you should do interpretation coding.
Right.
All right. So what interpretation coding does, you first, you select the excerpts from your data, then you
Yes.
understand them, then you determine what the meaning is, and then you generate the code.
Hello. Yes.
All right. And then he, in his steps, he says you must first label the questions so that when you do the coding, you feed it under each of your questions. So I've done that in TechEd, Prof. So I'm gonna stop showing this and then go back to the table. Where is it now? Not the code book. I want the tags. All right. So between me and ChatGPT, these are the codes. It was a long thing, Prof, that I was sitting here with ChatGPT having a conversation. Then I'll say, I coded this and I coded it under education experience. And ChatGPT says, no, 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 no. This is facilitation of learning. And I will say, why? You know? and back and forth.
That's very nice.
Yes, Prof, because I was like, why work hard when there's a tool that can help
Exactly.
you think, you know?
Exactly.
So I came up with these codes, Prof. So it's about 32 codes.
Right.
And then it's it's 92.
Right.
But now I was thinking, like I have something that says short-term software use and long-term software use, maybe combine those into time using software. And then I have another code called long-term teaching experience. Maybe I just lump all of them under teaching experience.
Exactly. I think what you want to do, if I look at what you've got here, your codes seem to run efficiently between 6 and 12, the numbers. So I'm thinking you should group all the others also, so that you have between 6 and 12. Sorry, ideally in the end, if you're wanting to say, this is what me, Zandile, discovered, you want to be able to say, I discovered 5 things. So what you could do, keep this and then go to the next level, where you then say, if I now start combining these codes, even the ones that are 12, you've got software there. So lack of adequate support and long-term software use, etc., you may find, I'm just off the top of my head saying, maybe software is a thing there. And when you're talking about that support, do they mean hardware or software support, etc.?
Prof.
So I think it shows me very nicely, but what one would want to see eventually then is a little branching tree diagram that says, here is my code set. So I've got 5 codes, but they then run out to these
codes.
These codes, yeah.
Because when I was chatting with ChatGPT, he said it was saying, the system was saying, yes, this is a code, but this could be a subcode, then that's where that branching tree comes into. I'll go back to the arguments and see, because then I went for the main code and not the branching codes.
Yes.
All right, I'll do that, Prof. So I did when they were teaching the target, then you could also see where which document each code is coming from.
Yes.
So I've done that, and you can see most of the codes come from the most experienced teachers, which was the first interview, because most of the codes came from there, as compared to the second interview.
Yeah.
All right. So I've also, let me stop sharing this. I downloaded the code book, Prof, because then it shows my thinking behind each code. So that then falls into facilitation of learning, and then I specify why I've coded it there. So that's where I am right now, Prof, with the analysis. So I'm gonna continue and then update you. I've also
this is beautiful, by the way. This is really beautiful, this code book that you've got here, because it really shows the thinking that went in through this. So well done.
Thank you, Prof. I've also worked on chapter 3 again, and I did what you said I should do, and then I lost it.
But this record document that you made of how it runs, that is a beautiful thing.
Yes, Prof.
And that will go into chapter 3.
Okay, Prof. Okay, Prof. All right, Prof. So this one, the code book, will go into chapter 3.
Yeah, but also that document, that timeline that you wrote.
Oh, okay. It also goes on to chapter 3. Okay, Prof. All right. Thank you. I recovered it, by the way, and then I said sync my this folder with my Google Drive, so that I don't lose anything.
Don't lose
I was
anything
crying, Prof, because I worked on it for 2 days and it was just gone.
Yeah.
Okay, Prof, I'll continue. And because now what I was gonna do, Prof, I was gonna take like the educator experiences and look at all the codes and then cluster the ones that are maybe saying the same thing, and then create a theme out of that.
Exactly.
That was the next thing that I was going to do.
That's what you're wanting to do. Yeah.
Okay, Prof. All right.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much,
done.
Prof.
Well done. Thank you so
Prof.
much. Right.
Yeah.
So then.
So,
Bye.
okay. Bye, Prof. Bye.